What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another X-Men 97 review. This time for the episode 8. Tolerance is extinction. Oh, hold on. I actually messed up one thing on this. There. Now that's better. There you go. Now that's better. Tolerance is extinction part 1 review. I forgot to put part 1. Um, this was a good episode. I enjoyed it so much. My God, um, they did like I don't. It's hard to put into words what this episode was, but it raised the stakes so much, and it was so many good shots. There was so many things about it that I liked and loved about it. It was and I had nothing wrong with it. But to get into it, this episode was basically like a continuation of where we left off, but it was more so a backstory for Bastion. We got to know who Bastion was and why he did who he is, how he got his powers, and why this techno organic virus is such a bad thing, even though it was created by Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister was basically he how did I put this? He had his own agendas. I just say that. He had his own agendas and his own plans. But we also get to see what Bastion's plans was, and like I said, his backstory. And why it's imperative that the X-Men defeat him. Like I said, there was some cool shots in here. The summer I'll call it the Summers families shot or scene where they got their little cool little poles on and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, all right, the mother, son, father team up technically because even though Madeline Pryor is like her own person, she's still Jean Grey. She's Jean Grey's clone. I guess they all but confirm Madeline Pryor's fate. I'll say that they confirm basically her fate and what has become of her since the disaster at Genosa. We found out that some people was involved with it, but was having some doubts. That should give you a clue here because I said who this person. I said this person in connection after I was just talking about Jean Grey, so that should give you a little bit of a clue. And if you don't understand why I'm trying to hint at, there are two Jean Greys in this show. I'm not talking about the Madeline Pryor and Jean Grey, but there are two Jean Grey voice actors in this show. One new one and one from the original X-Men animated series. So when I say what I was alluding to, I'm alluding to this person who's having this change of heart. I'm alluding to one of the two voice actors. But other than that, the show was good, man. I like the cool shot with Magneto. When you see it, my man Magneto, you see why he's an Omega level threat. Speaking of Omega, there is appearance by Omega, along with a certain samurai. But it had a certain hero, another animated hero that's connected to the X-Men. without being my anime hero, it was if you were a fan of the original X-Men animated series. You know, there was another animated series that also did a crossover with this X-Men, and that person of his own animated series. So and here as a cameo. He didn't speak anything. It was just like a non-speaking cameo. Um, I guess it pays off of a mention of him, of this person from early in the season. You know, they finally sold this person in a non-speaking way. But like I said, the episode was good. I enjoyed it. I'm going to give Tolerance is Extinction Part 1. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Big ups, because this was a good episode. Um, there are parts. There's a part where a whole town and more are shown to be infected. So that's another. I meant to say that was another good scene too. Yeah, but 9 out of 10. Uh, I'm trying to figure out, was there anything else I need to mention? Um, nah, nah. This is definitely a 9 out of 10 episode of X-Men. But you let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and if you enjoyed my review of this, you know what to do. You hit this button right here for all of my reviews. And if you enjoy the video so much and want to support the channel, all you gotta do is hit those buttons. And as always, hit one of these videos for more of my amazing content. But they're going anywhere because I got NXT Spring Break in week 2 coming up after this, along with some reactions. So, peace.